Just 6 months after his dramatic and controversial exit from Red Bull Racing, the team he built from the ground up over 2 decades, Christian Horner is already plotting a sensational return to the Formula One paddock. But this time, he's not just looking for a job, he's aiming for the very top. Reports from multiple outlets in Germany and the Netherlands claim that Horner is in advanced talks to buy a stake in the struggling Alpine F1 team, a move that could send shockwaves through the entire sport. This isn't just about a former team boss finding a new home. It's about a power play that could threaten his old team, Red Bull, and reshape the future of the grid. The man who led Red Bull to 14 world championships is on the verge of a comeback, and the consequences could be huge. The story of Horner's dismissal was one of the biggest talking points of the 2025 season, a saga of internal power struggles, declining performance, and ultimately, a high-profile firing that rocked the sport. After being cleared of a misconduct investigation, the internal politics at Red Bull, combined with a rough patch of on-track form, finally reached a breaking point. Now, the next chapter in that saga is about to unfold, and it could be even more explosive than the first. The fact that Horner is not just looking for another team principal role, but is actively trying to become a team owner, speaks volumes about his ambition and his desire to have the final say. He wants to build something of his own, and he has the financial backing to make it happen. This is a man who is used to winning, and he is not content to sit on the sidelines. The story of Horner's potential takeover is a complex web of money, power, and ambition. After being axed by Red Bull in July 2025, following a season of internal turmoil and declining performance, Horner has been on gardening leave, his future in F1 uncertain. But behind the scenes, he has been busy. According to German outlet Automotor und Sport, Horner has assembled a consortium of investors to buy into an F1 team. His target is Alpine, a team that finished dead last in the 2025 Constructors' Championship with a dismal 22 points and is in desperate need of a shake-up. The French squad, which will run Mercedes power units from 2026 onwards, saw drivers Pierre Gasly and Franco Colapinto struggle all season. The key to the deal lies with Otro Capital, the American investment firm that owns 24% of Alpine. Otro Capital is reportedly looking to sell its stake, and Horner is ready to pounce. But he doesn't just want a minority share, he wants control. He's pushing for a co-owner position, similar to the one Toto Wolff holds at Mercedes, giving him the power to make real changes and build the team in his own image, a level of control he never had as an employee at Red Bull. This desire for sole control is said to be a major driving force behind the move, a chance to finally be the master of his own destiny. It's a bold move, but one that is typical of Horner's character. He has never been one to shy away from a challenge, and the prospect of turning a backmarker team into a championship contender is exactly the kind of challenge he thrives on. He wants to prove that he was the architect of Red Bull's success, and that he can do it again with a new team. For Red Bull, the news of Horner's return is a nightmare scenario. The fear in Milton Keynes is not just that he will make Alpine a formidable competitor, but that he will do it by poaching their own staff. Horner had immense support within the Red Bull factory, and many employees are said to have remained loyal to their former boss. The team can ill afford to lose more key personnel, especially with the massive challenge of the 2026 regulations looming. Red Bull CEO Oliver Mintzlaff, who made the decision to fire Horner, tried to justify the move, but that new chapter could be a very difficult one if their former leader returns to raid their ranks. The threat is real, and Red Bull has every right to be nervous. The irony of the situation is not lost on anyone in the paddock. After a messy and public divorce, Red Bull could soon find themselves competing against the very man who built their empire. And it's not just the staff that Red Bull has to worry about. Horner's intimate knowledge of the team's operations, its strengths and weaknesses, could be a powerful weapon in the hands of a rival. He knows their budget, their development pipeline, and their strategic thinking. That kind of inside information is priceless in the world of Formula One. It's a strategic advantage that could give a new Horner-led team a significant head start. However, Horner's path back to the grid is not without its obstacles. The biggest hurdle is Renault. the majority owner of Alpine. According to the terms of their agreement with Otro Capital, Renault has the right of first refusal on any sale and final approval on any buyer. They also have a lock-in period that prevents Otro Capital from selling their shares until September 2026. This means that any deal is unlikely to be finalised until deep into this year. There are also concerns that Horner's arrival could upset Alpine's new engine partner for 2026 Mercedes, given his long-standing and often bitter rivalry with Toto Wolff. And then there is the matter of Horner's gardening leave, which reportedly runs until May 2026 and came with a severance package of around $60 million. It's unclear whether this restriction would prevent him from taking an investor-only role, but it's another legal hurdle that will need to be cleared. And if the Alpine deal falls through, Horner is said to be exploring a second option, Aston Martin. But that path is also complicated, with reports suggesting that design guru Adrian Newey is not keen on a reunion, fearing it could scupper a future move for Max Verstappen. The web of paddock politics is a tangled one, and Horner will need all his legendary negotiating skills to navigate it. It's a high-stakes game of chess, and Horner is playing for keeps. The fact that he is already exploring multiple avenues shows just how determined he is to get back into the sport, and he won't let a few legal hurdles stand in his way. He is a man on a mission, and he will not be easily deterred. Despite the challenges, the prospect of a Horner-led Alpine is a tantalising one. The team has been in the doldrums for years, and Horner's track record of success is undeniable. He is a proven winner, a master strategist, and a fierce competitor. With allies like Flavio Briatore, who is currently an advisor at Alpine, he has the resources and the support to turn Alpine around. The French team has a rich history in Formula One, but recent years have been a story of underachievement and management chaos. Horner's arrival would bring a clear sense of direction and a ruthless focus on performance. A Horner-led team would also have significant implications for the driver market. Who would he choose to lead his new project? Would he stick with the current lineup of Pierre Gasly and Franco Colapinto, or would he look to bring in his own drivers? The question is whether he can navigate the complex legal and political landscape to make it happen. The coming months will be crucial. The silly season for 2027 may be in full swing, but the biggest transfer of all could be a team principal who is determined to prove his old team wrong. What are your thoughts? Do you think Christian Horner will succeed in buying Alpine? And if he does, can he turn them into a winning team? Let us know in the comments below. And once you do that, make sure to click on the video that's appearing on your screen right now.